welcome back. I am excited to craft with you this week. I know some of you know that I made my daughter's room a rainbow room. And because of that, I thought to myself, what could be in a rainbow room? That has to be in a rainbow room. And I thought, how about a cloud light? So I made this for my daughter's room, and she absolutely loves it. Not only does it actually light up, but it looks like a real cloud at night when she's asleep. And I hang this above her bed. Look how pretty that is. And we're gonna make one, you and I, today. Do you want me to show you how? Yes, you do. You gotta stick around. I'm Nye with Ellie and Mac. Come along, friends. I'm glad you came back. Now let's talk about this cloud light. I had seen so many different versions of this cloud light online, and I kind of wanted to come up with something that I thought would be more my own. So it's a little bit different than what you might see. To make this cloud light, you will need some polyfill. You'll need a hook to hang it, and you can use any of those command strip hooks. They work just fine. My daughter's actually hangs underneath the vent in her room, so when the vent turns on, it spins, which I think is super cute, so I had to use a better hook than a command strip. Glitter spray, if you're totally into glitter. One of these little wreath rings, I think you call them. I got this at the dollar store. It was actually a pack of 2, so super stoked. I had some of this mono cord, which is basically a fishing line, a clear fishing line, and this is what I use to hang my jewels. Some jewels, and these are optional. It doesn't have to be a rain cloud, but I figured if my kid's room is a rainbow room, what comes before a rainbow? Rain. So for rain, I used these, but I have another option in case you want to use something else, so you can totally use something else. Also, an LED light kit, which I got online on Amazon. It was not too expensive for actually 3 of these sets. That comes with a remote control. Now the remote control is important mostly because you really don't want to go all the way up to the ceiling every time you want to turn this thing off, so the remote control is super helpful. Or you can buy a set that comes with a timer. This one actually comes with several different modes and a timer. So here we go. You're going to need your glue gun. I should never be left alone with one of these things. Everything gets glued. I'm just saying. And you're going to need some string. You can literally use any string. You can use ribbon. You can use lace. This is just so that you have a loop on the top of your cloud to hang it up. Okay? And some glue sticks. First things first, you want to preheat your glue gun so that you have actually hot glue to work with. You take your light kit, and you want to secure your light kit to your round here. And the reason being is because you don't want it to get lost after you've wrapped it in fluff. So I have a relatively short one here, and these can get really annoying because of the way they wrap them. So you just kind of pull it apart, just like this. You see, it's like a little coil. But some of them that you can get are, the first one I bought was 33 feet long, and good grief, it was a pain in the neck. So you want to be able to wrap this around your little hoop here, because this is what's going to give you the light. So once you do that, you want to go ahead and double check that all of your wire is evenly distributed around your hoop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie one vertical and one horizontal across the very center so that I have some place in even to put my battery pack. So I have my battery pack here, and I'm going to glue it to the center of my loop here. You can literally use anything to bridge the gap in the center, just so that you have space to put your battery pack there in the middle. Here this little cross in the center, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue and glue this right here in the middle. Be sure not to glue your battery pack upside down, because you won't have space, or you won't have an area to access your battery pack. So instead of putting it face down on the table, I put the hoop on top of the battery pack, because I don't want to get glue all over, you know, everything. So glue that down real good. I'm making sure it's not going anywhere, y'all, okay? Okay, there. Okay, so now that's centered. Now I'm going to take some more string to create kind of a holder for my hook. Now when you do this, you kind of got to get a little bit creative. You're going to need to do one horizontal and one vertical tie to each side of your hoop, because you want it to be balanced. Now I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue on each one of my knots to make sure that they stay put. Bloop, 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 bloop. Snip your ends. Be sure not to cut your light wire. Perfect. Throw your trash on the floor. Now's the fun part. Now, you just take your polyfill out of the bag, and what you want to do is you want to kind of make it like thin enough that you can just get small amounts around your cloud. So, here we go. You want to do that? Okay. So start with the upside down. So you want the upside down, because remember, the top, you're just going to kind of loosely put some polyfill, because you want to be able to access your battery pack. So here's what I do. Is I take it and I ball it up, because I know I may or may not stretch it around, and then I just put a liberal amount of glue onto my little frame here, and then I stick the cotton on, or polyfill. It's not really cotton. Okay, and it stays pretty easily. It's a light material. You don't need a whole ton of glue. And then, so you just fill the whole thing. And I'm going to go ahead and cover this whole area with some polyfill, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. polyfill you do put on the bottom, you want to make sure that you glue it to the rest of your cotton because it's going to be hanging. And what happens when things hang? I'm sorry, I'm thinking about, never mind. What happens is gravity pulls on everything that hangs. I know about that firsthand, and I'm not going to tell you why. You want to make sure that you have ample glue to keep it from detaching from your cloud. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm just putting some glue around the edges of that nice big chunk that I added so that I can glue it to the other chunks that I added along the sides. So this is the bottom of our cloud. Tell me that is not super cute. Okay, so your hanging strings are here and this is your cloud. Tell me that is not the most adorable thing ever. Now I'm going to show you a quick way to add the jewels. Here's my fishing line. I just cut a piece of fishing line. You just take your fishing line and pull it through one of your jewels. Tie a double knot because this stuff does not like to stay tied. And then you just find your hoop here, grab onto your hoop, and then you just pull your line through. Tie it off. Okay, now it's very important that when you do these, that you do them balanced, or they will also pull the weight of your cloud to the side. You don't want that. Another way that you can make raindrops is you could use these little silver gemstones by Create. They're super pretty. They're like cheap Swarovskis, okay? So you would take this little gem, and what you would do is you would sandwich the fishing line between this one. You put a tiny dot of glue. And you could use E600 if you want to. I'm just using hot glue because it's here. And then you just sandwich your gem on the fishing line with some glue. So what you would do is you would make strands of it. There. My hands are a little shaky. Maybe I had too much coffee today. So what you would do is you would make strands like this and hang them from your cloud at different levels. Super duper easy, right? How fast I made that. See? How cool is that? Now if I tied it to my cloud, it would be hanging like this. Super cute, super fast, super easy, super fun. And then you have an adorable cloud light for one of your rooms. I mean, I'm not saying it has to go in the kids' room. It can go in your room, wherever you like it. Let's talk about business. Do you like the content that I bring to you every week? Because if you do, I would love for you to subscribe, like, comment, and share my videos with your friends so we can all be friends. In the end of this video, I'll leave a couple of links for a video or maybe even a playlist that I think you might like. Come back again. I'm here every Tuesday and occasionally on Friday with something fun for you to do. Thank you so much. I don't know if I should say so all the things. So the things! Yes. Bye, my friends.